Okay, levels. You got levels 1, 6, meaning 6 levels, 14 feet floor to floor. So, said before, we cannot create levels from the top view, any levels. So, I recommend going to the north, east, south, or west. Let's just start with the north. By default, well, you see the lines there, that they're flattened, the ones that we created before. By default, there's 2 levels, and we have to create 7 of them from 1 to 6. Actually not 6, because 1 is not 0. 14 feet between each of them. So by default it's set to 10. I recommend obviously change the first one and then copy, no? You can move this guy, you can select it, MV, and move it 4 changes. Another thing you can do, Ctrl C, is select the number 2 times, say 14 feet. Super easy. After that step, we need 6 of them. So I'm going to select it, CO, make sure that you're snapping, it has that little magenta symbol there. And make sure that you're not like that, you're not definitely doing it correctly. Okay, so go perpendicular, 14. And you see how I copy one, and I want many of them. Remember back in the times, I don't know if you guys are old enough, you had to include another step to force AutoCAD to do the chain, meaning copy several of them. Here's a little bit in that step right now. So you have to say CO as in copy, which is this guy, remember, and you have to select multiple, okay? Snap, and 6, we're good. Now remember that we are not seeing them here in the floor plans, neither in the ceiling plans, because we are copying them. If we were creating them one by one, they will be appearing, okay? So we're going to solve that right in a second. Add an additional level at 14 feet for the roof. So meaning what? Actually, I'm going to do it the second way I was saying. I'm going to go to Architecture, Level, and I'm just going to wait there for the 14 there. Snap to the end. It's level 7. We're going to call it actually Roof. Okay, so you can click there and say Roof. It asks you, do you want to name this guy the same way? I'm going to click it and say Levels, actually. Level. And we're going to be changing this as we go, so don't worry. Roof level. Next, add a top of parapet level at 3 feet above the roof. Okay, I'm going to select CO 3. Perfect. It's named automatically 8. I'm going to call it T.O.parapet. Top of parapet. Now, I can actually see them here, but here's another tip. If you have many of these level names or titles, one on top of another, and you know they're bothering each other, you can select on the level, click on this little guy here, it says Add Elbow, and then you can move the elbow freely around. Okay. Now you see how when you create many levels, you select one, let's say this one, and it changes all the levels simultaneously. We're going to do that in a second, because hey, we don't know where the building is. We know it's somewhere here and here, so we might need to stretch it in or out to fit it properly. Okay. Okay, add top of atrium roof at 30. I'm going to copy this guy, 30, click, atrium roof. There are one on top of another. I'm going to use another elbow, so I think it would be good. Okay, this is actually, we will name it later on, but this will be actually the laboratory roof level, no? But for now, I think we're good. So that step is done. Now, remember the next step is once they correspond, you can move them all along. This is what I said a second ago. Be sure to update the floor levels. That's because I created them correctly. They're good. To create new floor plans, again, if you don't see them here, you just go to view, floor plans, floor plans. You select all of them, okay, and there they are with their name. When you do that, it opens all the views, so I like to go back to the elevation and close everything back, so I know that I only have one view with me. You could do that, and you're going to have to do it quite soon, is go to view and do the same with reflect ceiling plans, meaning you also need to add reflect ceiling plans to your project. By default, they don't appear here, okay? I'm not going to do it, we'll do that probably next class, okay? Good. Again, you can stretch one and it stretches all of them, that all in either side, so you can do that over here as well. We'll see how it fits best. Good. I'm going to stop it there.